Hi, I'm Cathie Pare with the City of Santa Barbara's Water Conservation. In our segment today, we're going to talk about microspray irrigation and drip irrigation. What are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of both of these really efficient types of watering? Microsprays, which is what I'm holding in my hand and what I'm looking at down here, allows you to water waves of plants, more of a ground cover where you don't have one individual plant and another individual plant elsewhere. It also waters in gallons per hour of application. What you'll notice is that you can apply different amounts of water depending on the color of the nozzle, the microspray you put on. The black nozzle puts the least amount of water in gallons per hour. This is less than 4 gallons over a full hour over the little space that it waters, about 2 feet in circumference. The next color up is the blue color, and the blue nozzle, that's what I have here in this garden, puts off closer to 8 gallons per hour. The green nozzle puts off almost 15 gallons per hour, and the red will put off more than 20 gallons per hour. Let me show you real quick on this example. You can buy the risers, you can buy the attachment, and you're going to actually, this one uses a screw, so it screws the riser into it, and then you select which direction you want to throw. I'm going to use the blues. I find those are the most efficient for me and they don't clog up as easily as the black. It's easier if you use a little tool. This one has a hex wrench in the back. You can use just a basic little, just a little wrench or something. They're kind of hard on your fingertips. And then what you do is it has a screw and you just screw it in. You want to make sure that when you do attach it to the spaghetti tubing, which is this black tubing right here, this one is already attached. It has a barb, and you're going to stick the spaghetti tubing right onto that. You're going to put this into the garden space, and there's a little teeny arrow, and that tells you what direction the water's throwing. So the goal for me is to try and keep it within my garden space. That's one of the disadvantages of microsprays, is that it doesn't really have a defined pattern, as well as a drip system which drops it right at the roots of the plant. So this particular little guy here and the geranium has an individual drip emitter right down here about 4 inches from where the root is. And if you want to see it, you can see that the water is in little driplets, little droplets. It's not streaming. Drip systems and microspray systems, they take maintenance. When you turn it on in the spring, you have to turn it on. Walk around with extra emitters, extra tools so that you can adjust those microsprays, make sure they're not spraying on the sidewalk. Bring some repair connectors. It never fails. Somewhere in the winter when you're not using them, someone hits it with a shovel. You're pruning the old dead flowers and you cut the little line and you have to repair them, but it's super quick, super easy, very inexpensive, and then every person can do it. You don't have to hire a professional. Just make sure you look at your sprinklers when they're running. Now that you have a little bit of a better understanding of the advantages and the disadvantages of microspray and drip irrigation, you'll be able to actually walk your own system, do your own repairs, and maintain it so that it's as efficient as it possibly can be. The next challenge is determining how long do you need to water every time you turn it on. Visit waterwisesb.org and utilize the watering calculator to help you get a better grasp on how long to water those sprinklers.